Hi guys, and welcome back to Doom Eternal. Now, you'll notice that some things are a little different and the mission's a little weird. Um, yeah. I finished Sentinel Prime, and we're gonna go back and do it. Um, it's just one boss battle, and the reason why I'm dreading this and I'm doing this all over. It took me 2 hours to do this boss battle. Yeah, we already did that. We already saw that. Oh, stop that. It took me 2 hours to do this boss battle last time, but I know what I'm getting into. There was a lot of information about the Doomslayer. I'm not gonna go back through and reread it all. So, here's all the information. And when we come back, we'll wait. Forgot about this.
We found him in the valley, just outside the castle walls. He was badly wounded and wearing this.
Guts. Huge guts. Kill them. Must kill them all.
He has fight in him yet.
In spite of his injuries.
Send him to the arena. Let him be judged like the others.
So, here is all of the codex pages without the game for you guys, and is a vocal overview while I go through this fortress. And then if I get through the fortress by the time I am done reading all the pages, you know, I'll just wait, or you'll see a frozen screen. So here you go. Let's see. Sentinel Prime. The ancient arena is a holy place for the people of Argentina. Constructed in the earliest days of their history, the Colosseum served as a proving ground for trial by combat. Historical records indicate that the Argenta did not jail their own kind. Rather, prisoners and criminals were granted the right to earn their chance at retaining honor through victory in the arena. Those who succeeded were given a place to fight in the front lines of the Sentinel army, to die in service to Argentina. This traditional use of the arena has subsided since the assimilated with the Dark Realm. Since the assimilation with the Dark Realm, the corrupted priests now allow more violent exchanges with armed captives pitted against demons for sport. The priests of the Order of Dag continue to hold undisputed power on Argentina. Spilling the blood of the Argent Ascended class will result in the transgressor's banishment. Asylum amongst the Argenta will be denied to any who do not adhere to the rules of engagement. In the time of King Novik, as the Argenta secured peace and safety through dimensions across time and space, an outlander came to us. He was not of our world and spoke an ugly tongue. How he first took step upon our land was unknown. Sentinel scouts had found the outlander bloodied, clawed, and near death, mumbling of impending doom and the forces of darkness. The scent of blood followed him, and the gore that stained his armor seemed not entirely his own. By Argenta law, the stranger would be judged in the Colosseum, where he would be given the chance of all who stray from the path to fight for his freedom. We knew not of the stranger. His mind seemed crippled with rage. He dressed in attire not suited for our lands and carried munition of arcane origin. We watched as his will overcame his injuries in the bloody arena. He proved his worth. The Outlander's technique was crude and brutal, but the determination in his charge echoed that of any true-born sentinel. His war cry echoed through the Colosseum, as did the sound of his fury, and the guards cheered his banner. Rip and tear, they shouted, as the beast pushed beyond mortal wounds and certain death. Alright, so they're definitely talking about the Doom guy. He would be gifted no rank, no title. The survivors in the arena were provided only one reward, the right to earn an honorable death while spreading the blessings of the makers to those in need. The Outlander's determination was witnessed, his ravings documented, and through the word of the Order Dag, the con maker had him brought before her. She set her minions to learning his tongue, for with his ugly words he spoke of lands unseen, creatures born of fire, and a dark place unknown to the queen and her caste, yet another opportunity to expand the gift of the makers to those in need. On the eve of the Black Star, the Dark Ones came from a world beneath our own, not through ship nor ephemeral vessel, but through the fabric of dimensions. Out of swirling fiery gates came horned beasts from timeless realm. First one, then many crashing waves of evil swelled from the obsidian forest of the Argentian overlands. The Alarum clans from the eastern mountains fell first to the black hordes of devils, and the city of Talarum was slung under the weight of the charge. We sentinels rose to meet the beast with spear in hand, the might of the holy fleet striking back at the demons, but the dark gates from whence they came gave birth still to even greater hordes. A line of blood was drawn with the fallen of both sides, and the unholy wars began as the time of darkness came upon us. Unlike enemies of the past, we could not contain the demons emerging from the dark realm. Their weaponry was not conjured from machine steel, but from the essence of their very being. Dark magic not known to us in our many conquests. Had we grown overconfident, our victory serving to dull our blade as we drank in the glory of our expanding empire. Lost, we knew not of how to prevail against this foe. The maker gods stood perplexed, and our engineers and priests scrambled to find the advantage in battle we so desperately needed. Unknown to the enemy, we were pushed to the brink of defeat, and our gods stood with us as we worked to find the answer. The Order of the Dag were the first to unlock the mystery of these foul creatures. The priests were able to capture several of the beasts and set about to identify the source of their power. It was then that the essence of the Dark Realm was discovered. Not wholly unlike our own, this power was the life essence that flowed through their twisted form and powered their attacks. It could be harnessed to power our own weapons, giving the Argenta the chance to combat the demons on even footing. The priests believed that the greater knowledge of the essence, we could discover its source and cut it off from the demons to strangle their armies from within, allowing us to retain the advantage we required for victory on the battlefield. The Con Maker gave blessing to our majesty and directed the priests to delve deeper into the mysteries of the Scarlet Elixir from the demonic realm, for she sought only to return balance to our universe. Proper assimilation was required, as hell stood beyond her influence. After great effort, the priests discovered more than they had hoped for. They learned of the true nature of the demonic energy and how it could strengthen those skilled enough to harness its power. The energy coursing through the malformed bodies of our relentless enemy could be used to end life or to enhance it. The power to heal, to mend immortality, knowledge, and enlightened faculties. I am having trouble reading today. Beyond our understanding. With the demon's life force in the skilled hands of the Sentinel Priest, and under the righteous gaze of the Con Maker, our people would not only rise to victory over the unholy horde that clawed at our walls, we would move to a higher plateau of existence, ushering in a new era of military science and industrial healing. No Sentinel would grow sick, no Maker would need to suffer the transfiguration that they so feared, all would be risen. None could ever oppose our peaceful ways and threaten our world again. The true balance over hell and its legions, over space and time. In this world and all others, we would dictate the order. United with the makers, we would find peace eternal. The Con Maker demanded a tithe of the essence, and driven by her desire, the priests submitted themselves to her will. The Order of the Dag took counsel with the king, speaking only of the spoiled lands sure to be found through the cleft in creation, and the opportunity to purge the new invaders from Argentinur. We took the war to their cursed land, pressing through the gates of wizardry. There was one among us who seemed to know the true nature of these foul demons. It was the Outlander, the stranger who had come to us from places unknown, he who had survived in the front lines far longer than any Sentinel-born prisoner had before. His passion for battle against the vile horde was evident, his lust for their destruction matching our own. Though Argentinur remained a foreign land to him, his fervor caught the attention of inquisitors of the Sentinel Guard, some whispering of a suspected allegiance he held in secret with the demons. Silencing the critics, King Novik deemed him worthy of selection. The signifiers brought a commission to our king, and it was decided that he be lifted from the common rabble. Though no arena-born prisoner had ever been granted the honor, the Night Sentinels broke tradition and deemed the Outlanders worthy of training. A number of disciplines grumbled and chafed at the barbarian present in their ranks, but in the war with the demons, all opportunities for even the slightest advantage was to be considered, and as they witnessed the strangers spar with their hall masters, they found in him an undying, unrelenting compatriot. This man was an outsider, friend to none, and yet rose each time he was thrown to the dirt of the circle. Battered and bruised, his brow stained with blood, he rose with grim determination for the chance to face his enemies in armed combat once again. Time passed as the stranger was instructed in the codified matrices of their order and ancient lessons of battle and brotherhood taught to all sentinels. He could sense the opportunity before him. Soon all of hell would feel his wrath once again. Satisfied that he would not be detriment to their prowess, the Night Sentinels granted him his wish as they ventured through the Hell Gates with the stranger in tow. They knew no rest, fighting in the unnatural elements and training under the blood moon of the night. The stranger suffered exhaustion, wounds, and sickness, but asked for no aid and was offered none. 3 times the Night Sentinels ventured into the gate and back, and upon every return the stranger strode more capable than before. His gait locked in step with the march of the Sentinels, a disciplined and now controlled lust for demon blood ever present. The passing of years and numerous battles with the devils indentured the stranger to Argenta's mightiest warriors, and no longer did they condescend to him as a new-blooded conscript, for to them he had become a brother in arms, forged in war, an ally, and a weapon. As we warned with the beast, the Argenta society grew under the watchful eye of the Maker, and through the endless power of the Essence, while our generals were consumed with the unholy war, our culture was marked by the beautiful potion. The enemy had provided us the sweet elixir. It brought us immeasurable capacity and empowered us to reach farther into dimensions once thought to be beyond our grasp. Under the direction of our Maker gods and the engineering of our high priest, our weapons blazed and our war machines stormed. The throngs of the populace drank deeply from the well of energy unveiled by the priests, but we of the Night Sentinels took no part in their abundance. Some among us whispered accusations and warnings against this manner of progress, but they were quelled, and it was not our role to dictate the future of our people, only to defend it. As the Black Star ascended to its zenith, King Novik sat restless on his throne as the howling darkness began to assemble just beyond the mountain rise to the east. The blight came upon us in droves, flooding forth from the Hell Gate with merciless fury. They brought with them a monstrous titan, the Dreadnought, a beast to rival the stature and menace of even the mightiest ancestral. The grotesque giant laid waste to all before him, crushing all in his path. This was a total demonic assault, striking at the heart of Argentinor as never before. How was it that the behemoth could pass through the demonic gate without warning? We would never know, though the Night Sentinels believed treason was at play. Caught off guard, the Sentinel scrambled late in the defiance of the Titan and his horde, and with his coming, the holy city of Teras Nabad prepared for judgment. With the onslaught of the demons amassed in the sprawling shadow of the abhorrent fiend, the city shook to its foundation. None were spared, save those that fled north. The vile swarm ransacked our temples and palaces, burning our towers and feasting on the souls of our clergy. Yet the Night Sentinels rallied and held fast against the demons, though they were pushed back and corralled at the blood arena. As the dark of night descended, their swords remained potent and shredded the enemy multitude with abandon. Amidst the unyielding ranks of the Sentinels, when all other apprentices had fallen in battle, stood the Outlander. Rip and tear he soared, ferocious in battle. The remaining conscripts of the arena stood in awe as they witnessed a beast who had once raged within their very cells, now armored alongside the shoulders of his sentinel brethren. He had risen where none other had before, a true-born sentinel fighter, the very best among them. But though the swarm fell before their assault, the Titan remained invincible, for none could tame the behemoth alone. And hours before dawn, as the Night Sentinels weathered the relentless assault, the Outlander held his ground at the foot of the great wall in the northern bend of the castle. Seeing his unending vigor, Samur, Chancellor of the Mother God, hurried the Outlander away under veil of secrecy, and for a reason unknown, submitted him to a rite untold. This was hearsay, for Samur received no consent from the Calm-Maker, nor did he receive her counsel. In the Chapel of Purity, the Outlander submitted himself to the divinity machine. There, Samur Maker, the Seraphim, known to us only as the aid to the Mother God, blessed the Outlander with fierce speed and power to match his will. It was the method by which this transfusion took place that was most uncertain to us, for we were of the knowledge that the Maker device bestowed into the Argenta so many generations ago was to be used by the priests only to find the impurity among us. How could it be that the device that was meant to call the sentinel breed of its contaminants could then be used to purify the Outlander's body and give rise to the one who would lead us into battle henceforth? What rose from the holy coffin on that fateful day was not the impure abomination the Covenant warned us of. The hero within would come to be known only as the Great Slayer, the Time Walker, the warrior Khan, whose fire sword would blaze forth a path for the just and cut through the demonic horde with a vengeance that only a god king could summon. He rose unbroken by the ritual, his eyes burning with maker magic. He took the crucible in his hand, and wrath fire leapt from the blade, as only it will when held by a true sentinel warrior king. In our darkest hour, the Slayer had been chosen, defying tradition, our most sacred laws, and the will of the greatest Khan herself. A stranger to our lands had been blessed with celestial might. Degrav remains the most powerful of the Hell Priests among the people of Argentinur, frequently visiting his ancient homeworld to lord over the populace. Arrogant and pompous, Grav calls for the Bloodsport in the arena to entertain the fallen citizens of Sentinel Prime. Since the demonic invasion of Earth began, he has operated on the planet's surface along with his fellow Hell Priests to direct Hell's forces. But after the deaths of Dag Nilox and Dag Ranok, he has fled to the safety of the arena. It was Degrav who facilitated the torment and eventual betrayal of Sentinel Commander Valen, taking the keys to the Sepulchre of Elements and opening the vault of the sleeping race. The ancient creatures were abducted, transported to Hell, and tortured to siphon away their power. He used the heart of Valen's son to animate the Icon of Sin, a titan still spoken of in legend through Argentinur. In the years following the end of the Golden Age, competing factions of Argentinur turned against one another. An insidious influence had beset itself upon the Sentinel people, corrupting its once held sacred traditions. The Colosseum, once a place of honorable combat where prisoners of the Argenta were tested for the right to fight in the front lines of their army, has since become a place of blood sport. In violation of Sentinel law, the priests have encaged a demon there. A merciless executioner used to enact judgment of their own decree. The Gladiator, wielding an accursed shield with which entombs the tormented soul of his undying master, remains undefeated in battle, infamous for many lives it has claimed. Okay, so pretty much, long story short, to sum up all of that, I know, like, Con Maker was also talking in the middle of all that as well. Also, if anybody knows what like these say, let me know. But it seems like the Doomslayer was found and is not of Sentinel blood, and because of this blood rage that the Doomslayer had, he ended up getting some sort of like holy right to him that allowed him to be able to become this unrelenting as he is. And that's kind of tying back to what when we were finding Samuel Hayden, god, that's so annoying, that what that woman said, like there's something else in the Doomslayer's bloodstream. So yeah, it makes me think that there's a like he's just a normal human. He's not of Argent origin, as it were. But because he was fighting against Hell, then like he was always kind of a little bit stronger, I guess. And after proving his worth and his unrelenting resolve to kill the demons, he became who he is now, because a maker, which I didn't know that there were more than just a con maker, but a maker gave him the abilities he has. So now eliminate Degrav. Yeah, this is a short level. This for you guys is gonna be a really short episode. For me, this will be like 3 hours worth of recording now once I finish this. So the reason why I have the machine gun out is I have a newfound respect for it. And I mean, I have the micro missiles fully upgraded now, but it doesn't really do much because I have to kill stuff, and I get a 30% damage increase if I kill something with the cannon, then use the micro missiles. Fire micro missiles indefinitely without requiring a reload. Hit at least 3 enemies in a single micro missile volley 15 times. That's gonna be crazy. But this boss battle coming up is crazy. And actually, I need to switch guns. This is what I need to do. I need to be on this one. It's painful. I'm going back and doing this because I don't want you guys to miss anything. But it is so painful.
You'll make a fine addition to the front line, stranger.
The demons! They are everywhere. Must kill them all!
Dress his wounds and bring him to us. I want to know more about the others he speaks of.
Yes, Your Grace.
So yeah, like that's him, but non-demonic form.
If Sentinel holy blood is spilled on these grounds, you will lose all sovereignty here.
Hey, big guy. So, crap. No, it's starting out great already. The thing that it doesn't say is, like, I have to hit him just as the eyes flash green. I do all of this in my own way because trying to time when his eyes flash green is impossible. This first part, I didn't do first try, but I did pretty quickly last time. It's the second health bar that's the problem. Ow. My God. Ow. Crap. There it goes. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to try to save. God damn it. I'm not playing this very good. God damn it. The blood punch. So, the reason why I'm trying to use my gun here, like I am, is because it shoots the fastest, and I can get the most damage done in the shortest amount of time with it. Come on. Now, I'm going to be doing this. It's gonna absolutely offer me the Sentinel armor. I'm going to be doing this without it. No matter what, I'm not taking the Sentinel armor. I've done it before without it. I will do it again without it. Alright, stage 2. This is where it goes and gets difficult. Because that was pretty self-explanatory with how to kind of dodge everything. But now, when he's doing that, he reflects damage back. That's not what I wanted. He's going off. I'm gonna have to relearn everything for him. All of his timings are gonna be different. Damn it. So this is where the machine gun really came in handy. Yeah, there it goes. See, the machine gun is the key here in this fight because of the missiles. Okay, now he's going on the same. Yeah. Oh my god, I did a second try. Oh my god, I did a second try. Oh, I'm hoping this is recording. Oh. Oh, when I first did that, it felt so good. It felt so good to do that.
This stops nothing. Earth will be consumed, regardless of what.
Goodbye.
The portal is ready. We should leave immediately.
And that was it. And then I got an upgrade for my blood punch. Oh, it says that glory kills on heavy demons now instantly charge a blood punch. And say what you are, but abandon currently select the mission. Yes. And I didn't have any cheat codes on. That was all just purely like I learned his mechanics. He has such ridiculous mechanics, but the thing that's nice about whenever you're facing him with the machine gun is the fact that you can almost always stagger him. So if you can try to have a machine gun almost always ready, or switch over to the sticky bomb and have the 5-shot sticky bomb and just completely demolish him with that until you can get more machine gun, it's the only way that I was able to even remotely get close to doing anything. And then all I did after that was I came over here, I unlocked the Sentinel thing here, I unlocked the original Doom armor, and then that was it. I don't know how to get this secret or this secret, so if you guys know that, please let me know down in the comments below as well. Oh my god, I'm so glad that that did not take me an hour and a half to 2 hours to record. So yeah, nice short episode for you guys for today. So thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below. Make sure you hit that like button. I went through the pain twice for you guys, so smash that like button like you've never smashed it before. And yeah, I will see all of you guys next time. Bye guys.